Hello and welcome to the Longturnlarry podcast. I'm your host, Scumbag. The
so
vicious.
vicious. And I, your honorable, sensible sensei.
And today we're continuing in the theme of why aren't you running this?
Why?
This is the 5-color breakdown. We did green ramp. We did green card draw. Now we doing what colors?
Blue. We doing Simic.
Ooh.
Everybody's favorite colors to lose to.
Yep. And if you haven't played it, make your friends mad.
Exactly.
Because we want you to take
Very
turns.
long turns. The longest, maybe not the longest turns.
No.
The longest turns in history.
I want people to talk about it because it's still happening. Like, oh my God, it's not our turn. Whose turn is it?
I want you to show up every Friday and continue the turn that you started the Friday beforehand.
That's right. You're saying, hey guys, I'm so glad you could come here. I'm picking up where we left off last, and I'm untapping our first card.
What are we untapping?
We're talking about green, blue ramp. This is the second edition. So how much blue ramp is there, and who are we untapping?
Let's talk about blue ramp. Let's get into it. It's bad.
It is. It's very
blue
bad.
is probably the worst color at ramping.
It's one of them.
No, it's probably the worst. The things that we have in store for you guys today are
underwhelming,
to say the least.
Yeah, and we hunted.
I went to the deepest
the
trash
trenches.
cans, garages of hoarders. Deep in the filth.
He was on the Antique Roadshow of Magic the Gathering.
What it was that QC? What when you buy the antique stuff that nobody needs to buy, that only old people buy?
It's not that you don't need it. You need it. Look at these pair of crystalline stainless steel size 4.
I don't even know. I don't even need to go.
Oh my goodness.
So,
I remember waking up to that at like 2:00 in the morning.
Right. So let's start off with like traditional ramp. Like traditional ramp.
Okay.
And I want to start off with like the worst one.
Oh man. Okay.
Dreamscape Artist.
Oh, man, it's not that bad.
It is a 1 colorless, 1 blue human shapeshifter, 1/1. It has an activated ability for 2 and a blue.
It's kind of bad.
Discard a card. Sacrifice the land. Search your library for up to 2 basic lands and put them on the battlefield. Then shuffle your library.
If this doesn't tell you what's to come, I don't know what will. Dreamscape Artist. Oh, incredible. For just 5?
I played this card.
Oh, did it just, floor the deck?
It was, I mean, it puts a creature in the graveyard and it ramps you.
I guess if you discarded a creature.
There's ways to, get around how bad this card is. But it is like the worst hero I've ever seen.
It's a 5-drop hero that requires you to discard and sack the land. Yeah, it's not good. It's not. It's truly not.
If you're really that desperate, it's there.
Oh. It's if you're playing a mono blue deck, just trust your ramp is air quotes just card draw. That is your ramp. Besides artifacts,
you need to hit all your land drops.
Yeah.
Let's get to the next one. I just want to power through the ramp.
Is this patron? This is the next
Patron of the moon.
Oh my gosh.
5 colorless, 2 blue, 5/4 legendary creature spirit. This could be your commander.
Oh,
you can
man.
really get into like doing ramp. Moon folk offering.
Moonfolk.
Got that moon speak going on. You may play this card anytime. You can play an instant by sacrificing a moonfolk and paying the difference in mana cost between this and the sacrificed moonfolk, mana cost included. It's got flying. It's a 5/4 for 1 mana. Put up to 2 land from your hand into play tapped.
This thing is.
I will actually say I was actually pleasantly surprised.
Okay.
It's 1 mana after you cast this, and you don't have to tap it to put 2 lands into play.
Are we? Oh man.
Hold on, let's give all the positive caveats of Moonfolk. So, Moonfolk typically return a land back to your hand to activate an effect. So, this is like getting you the land you got back into play and putting another one down.
I mean, okay. Let's dive. Let's dive deep into this spirit real quick. This is a 7-drop. This is a 7-drop.
But it's not always a 7-drop.
I looked up Moonfolk. There's like 9. There's like 9 of them.
We do have shapeshifters.
Okay, we can shapeshift.
Okay.
You may play this card anytime by
Changelings.
It's
got flash, dude. You can ramp at instant speed. How many green cards do you know outside of Harrow can ramp at instant speed?
And explosive vegetation, and all the other versions of Harrow, because there's 4 of them. You know, Burnished Heart, Saruka Tribe Elder.
Shut up.
Patron 7-drop, ladies and gentlemen. The legendary creature Moonfolk offering. I mean, yeah, a colorless and put 2 land cards from your hand into play tap. It's not bad. It's not. I'm not spending 8 mana.
It's not 8 mana. You're sacrificing a Moonfolk.
You're right. I gotta get the Moonfolk in there.
He looks creepy. He looks like a real life angel, like a biblical angel.
Yeah, fear not, my child. That should be the first thing it says. Otherwise, I would be terrified.
Okay, so those are all the real ramp that you have. Like, put land into play from deck or hand. That's it.
I know, it's tiny. Now, mind you, we are restricting ourselves a little bit in these lists. We're not giving the lands that go get islands. We're not doing the colorless things that go and get lands.
Because if we're all serious people, if you're playing blue, you're playing every single mana rock available to you. You're reducing it. Matter of fact, that's one of our categories. The fuck was that?
For those of you who don't live in a portion of the world where you're plagued by possible tornadoes, it was clear skies a second ago, and I just heard thunder. Gotta love it. Got a tornado warning.
We might die in the middle of this episode.
This is how dedicated we are to bringing you guys these long turns.
Very long. So mana reducers. This is what blue does best.
It does it well.
Like, I didn't feel like getting everything that reduces the mana of an artifact, reduce the mana of a spell,
there's too many.
Reduce the mana of green enchantments. There's not one. That doesn't exist. I'm joking. But Parole Chief of Compliance. is ramp.
I mean, he is a very salty
If you
wizard.
play this as your commander, you're a vicious scumbag.
Oh,
And vicious scumbag doesn't even play this card.
I have my limitations. You know, it's funny. I would rather play group land destruction before I played mono blue counterspell.
Permission.
Yep, a permission deck. Daddy's got a hangover. That's what one of our friends would say.
Yeah, the Gimp Master. See, yeah.
Daddy's got a hangover. You gotta shh. I don't like that.
Baral, he reduces instants and sorceries. And whenever a spell or ability you control would counter a spell, you may draw a card. If you do, discard a card.
Notice how he didn't say opponent? You can do some absolute jank.
Amen.
With Baral.
Use your counter spells to counter your own counter spells so that you can loot.
Yep, infinite looting. Draw and discard your deck to play Thassa, Laboratory Maniac.
Don't do that, please.
No,
Don't be that guy.
Don't be that guy. Also, there's a Jace that does it too.
Your turns won't be long because your opponents will leave.
Yep. You will have the longest turns all by
By
myself. We're probably gonna get copyrighted, but you'll be all by yourself if you keep using Baral.
Yeah, Ethereum Sculptor, artifact spells you cast cost one less. You know how I feel about artifact reducers.
And if not, shout out to the previous episodes. If you're here from the previous ones, thank you.
Thank you for watching.
Yeah, we'll do Magic the Gathering ASMR. You know, where we'll like rip apart a Black Lotus once we hit 1 million. Honorable, are you down? If we get 1 million subscribers, are you down to rip up a Black Lotus live?
Yeah. Absolutely.
I'm so down. I will
spit on it first to make sure the rip is clean.
Make it clean.
You know when back in the day when you didn't have scissors and you needed to
you got to fold it a couple times.
You had to fold it,
get the fingernail in it.
You lick the seam to get that clean rip.
The clean. Yeah. Ooh. No, we know how you feel about reducers. They can become redundant. Yes, very much
and
so.
Not in a good way.
Nope, not in a good way.
But there is a good card here.
Oh, yeah. In the reducer category? Yes, there's a couple of really good cards in my opinion.
Defiler of Dreams. You want to take this one?
Oh, yes. So this is the Phyrexian card. So they made one of these for every color, and I adore almost all of them. So Defiler of Dreams, 3 colorless blue Phyrexian Sphinx, 4/3 flying. As an additional cost to cast blue permanent spells, you may pay 2 life. Hashtag the Phyrexian cost. Those spells cost a blue less to cast if you paid life this way. This effect reduces only amount of blue mana you pay. So whenever you cast a blue permanent spell, draw a card. There's that beautiful last part.
It's a card draw and it ramps you.
Mm-hmm. At the cost of life, but I'll say it again and again, your life is a resource if you know how to use it.
Yeah, even if you're below 0, sometimes you could just...
There are ways.
There are ways.
Yeah, you got to go to the Whisper Tree for that kind of stuff. I'll give you another one. Give you a twofer. We're gonna go with one that is very similar to almost all of these. We got Haughty Djinn.
Naughty.
Oh, haughty, naughty.
He's got his abs out.
It's a 6-pack. It looks like an 8-pack. Okay, you could grade cheese on this Djinn. So for a colorless blue, what do you get? You get an 8-pack with flying. Haughty Djinn's power is equal to the number of instant and sorcery cards in your graveyard. Sounds like Baral's like wingman. And then instant or sorcery spells cost 1 less to cast. Again, great. This is a great card. Blue loves instant and sorceries, and it loves artifacts. So you're only going to see that every time.
Right.
It's like its only go-to.
If you're Aladdin and you need to make a lot of wishes, you
That's right.
probably want to reduce the cost of the things that you wish for.
Exactly. Or you could reduce the cost of your fellow fish brethren to take over the humans' territories.
Oh, the fish people.
The fish people.
Fish people.
Stinky, wet hands.
Everybody loves Ariel until she touches you.
Oh man, she's such a good singer. What is that smell?
Is that Zoidberg? So Stony Brook Banneret, 1 and a blue for a 1/1 Merfolk Wizard.
Smash.
Island Wacko.
Smash.
She do got the chest out too.
Ain't no gravity underwater, baby. Chill.
Merfolk spells and wizard spells you play cost 1 less to cast. If you like creepy fish people or wizards, this is your woman.
I mean, most of them are wizards too. They're
A
creepy
lot of wizards.
fish wizards. Fish magic. So again, these are reducers. It's the best we're gonna get. You're gonna get reducers.
Now, I bet you didn't think that's about it. Let me here to tell you, blue has like a lot of mana dorks.
It does.
But not in the way you think.
Yeah, they're very, very
Very
spread.
specific. If you gonna get this mana, you better cast that one thing I said you could cast.
How did you do that? You know what blue is? Blue is let me see the long math. You can't just give me the answers. I need the long math.
But let me give you like an unconditional one, right? Apprentice Wizard, another wizard. Not a merfolk this time.
This is who I said needed to be untapped at the very beginning.
1 colorless blue for a 0/1 human wizard. You pay a blue and tap this, add 3 colorless.
Beautiful. We talked about this with green. He's paying it forward.
Yeah, you're paying 1 to get 2. That's like a very expensive land, right?
It is. Also, too, you had to pay 3 to get him, so he's, like I said, he's a pay it forward card because he'll reimburse you for what he cost later.
Right. You untap with this, like on turn 4, you gotta pay 1, and you're getting to 6 mana.
Yep. You have now skipped 2 turns in a mono blue deck.
Right. You can put out your giant fish, Hydra, Leviathan creature.
Yep. Lots of octopi. Oh, and you could maybe untap him, wink, wink, later in the episode.
Wink, wink.
Well, I'll give you the next one. Just a good old-fashioned Eldrazi. We got a 2 colorless and a blue cultivator drone. 2/3 devoid. He ain't got no color.
He doesn't see color.
He has more than just non-colored friends, okay? So he has tap, add a colorless to your mana pool. Spend this mana only to cast a colorless spell. Activate an ability of a colorless permanent, or pick a cost that contains a colorless.
Wingding.
He likes colorless.
Yeah, man. So, you can play even more artifacts.
If you were not playing artifacts and you're mono blue,
You know what? Turn
What are you
1, Island. Soul Ring.
Soul Ring,
Arcane Signet.
Arcane Signet,
Turn 2, Cultivator Drone.
Cultivator Drum.
Another land.
Yep, 2 islands.
Turn 3,
You have no hand. you got maybe 2 cards. You got
cast a 7 mana artifact.
Yep, there it is. There it is. Here comes Bright Steel Colossus, turn 5. Because you're going to play Ethereum Sculptor. And then you're going to copy it. Yeah, no, blue has some funky ways to get around things.
I don't even. Wait, I have one more. It's super generic. This is probably like the best one. Deranged Assistant.
Oh,
He's
I was hoping.
crazy.
I was hoping you were going to say him.
He's crazy. I used to play this. This was like an all-star before we got better cards. Human Wizard 1/1. Tap. Mill a card. Add a colorless wingding.
Yep.
Bruh, this is the best you're going to get.
It's up there. It really is.
Like in green, a 2-mana dork usually gives you a mana of any color. In blue, colorless.
Yeah. You have to upgrade. You got to upgrade a little bit and get that silver mirror. You got to upgrade just a little bit. If you don't know, one of the greatest, I have absolute adoration and
Favorite
love.
tribe.
One of them, hands down, top 5. Without question.
Top five.
Is the mirrors. Mirrors are colorless, but in theory, 5 color. And they're like the hidden tribe. If you haven't played or seen them, I'm sorry. So we got silver mirror. And this is just the blue. There is a version of them for every color. And multicolor too. Silver mirror, 2 colorless, 1/1 mirror, tap, add a blue. Can't go wrong. It's an artifact creature that's colorless. You could in theory, make Silver Mirror free very easily.
Yeah, with all your other artifact reducers, play a mana rock creature thing.
Which is exactly what we told you not to do.
Do it. Do it.
You must do it.
All right, let's get into a sleeper right here. This is a sleeper. Wasn't on my list, but this is a sleeper. People don't put respect on this card's name.
Oh.
Midnight Clock. 2 colorless and a blue for an artifact. Tap it. Add a blue. Now, we stop here. You're like, wait a minute. 3 mana rock? I'm not doing that.
I mean, the command sphere is better.
At the beginning of each upkeep, put an hour counter on Midnight Clock. Whenever the 12th hour rings and Cinderella becomes a pauper again.
She's a poor.
What you're going to do is shuffle your hand and your graveyard into your library and then draw 7 cards. Exile the Midnight Clock, bruh.
It is nice. And it's a counter. And blue loves to proliferate, so it's not difficult. And it's each upkeep. It's not hard. This is a 2 colors and a blue windfall.
If you're going to do the mana rock thing, right? You're going to play all the reducers, all the mana rocks, all the things that give you mana that are artifacts. You could at least end it with a Midnight Clock because you ain't going to have no cards in hand.
Yeah. Oh, you didn't cover this. The other beautiful part about Midnight Clock. 2 colorless and a blue.
Put an hour counter on it.
Where's that mana
This
dump?
is daylight savings time, son. We're skipping ahead one.
Pay it forward. Trickle down clocking.
You got to wake up early to go to work now.
That's right. I never sleep. I stay awake in the bed.
I'm up.
I'm up. Midnight Clock is definitely slept on. It's a 79-cent rare. That's how you know it's slept on. It's so delicious. Here's a great example of, you're like, no, Longturnlarry, there's so many other cards that are just great mana rocks and mana producers. Yeah, you think Mono Blue got it. You think Mono Blue got that dog. Here's Omen Hawker for a blue and a white cephalid advisor. That's gross.
Cephalid, ew.
Yeah, that's
He's like an advanced fish creature. I don't like that.
He smells twice as bad and costs not as much. He has tap, add, colorless, and a blue. If I didn't continue, my goodness. Broken. We would be having a completely different conversation. I'd be like, no other color can compare to blue's mana. Let's continue. Spend this mana only to activate, hear me out, abilities.
Useless.
Useless. Somebody out there is gonna be like, well, I have the creature that taps and makes an elephant, and then I would play Intruder Alarm, and then I could then untap Omen Hawker to tap Omen Hawker to make the mana to tap the thing that makes the elephants.
You know what this is key in?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, your level up tribal.
Yes, it is. Oh my gosh. Yep, your level up activated ability Tim deck is in dire need of an Omen Hawker. Oh,
beautiful.
Blue makes you work if you want easy ramp.
Let's talk about one that's renowned weaponsmith. He got the blick on him.
Oh man, and they know about it.
They know he got that thing on him. He got that dog in him. He one colorless and a blue for a 1/3 human Blickomancer.
Ooh.
You tap that boy, you add 2 colorless mana. Spend this mana only to
there it is. There's the clause.
Only to cast artifact spells or activate artifact abilities.
There it is. There's the. Oh yeah, I'll give you $5 right now, as long as you sign on the dotted line on the bottom of this agreement and agree to a term to come back at 455% of the. Like whoa! I just wanted the mana.
Oh, he got another ability.
Oh my goodness.
For a blue, search your library for a card named Heart Piercer Bow or Vial of the Dragon Fire. Reveal it. Put it in your hand. He put that dragon fire in your hand. He put the dragon fire in your hand. He puts the dragon fire in your.
I hate you. I hate you so much. And for those of you who don't know, here's Heart Piercer Bow, because you're thinking maybe the thing he gets is so good. It's 2 colorless. It's an equipment. It says whenever a creature attacks, Heart Bow does 1 damage to target creature defending player controls. Equip 1. I mean, that's not bad. But the downside is Heart Piercer does the damage, so Death Touch doesn't apply to this. And then also, it's only A damage, and it has to be on the defending player's side, so you can't just ping somebody else's stuff. Yeah, so amazing. And what's that next one?
It's the heart, a vial of dragon fire.
Oh my goodness.
Does this kill demons?
Let's see.
I think it kills demons.
2 colorless artifact. 2 colorless. Tap and sacrifice it. It deals 2 damage to target creature.
Demon.
Oh yeah. Look at that. That's a 4 mana bad gut shot. That's a weak, overpriced fireball.
There we go. Take that shock.
Ooh. I could have ran like 19 other cards that would have done way better.
So here's a new card. Well, it might not be new by the time this comes out.
Oh.
But it was new to us.
It is.
It was new to me.
Yep. It's a good song.
Pretty good song. It's a bath song. It is a saga. 3 colors in the blue. First chapter and second chapter. Draw 2 cards and discard a card. Third chapter. Shuffle any number of target cards from your graveyard into your library. Add 2 blue.
So when I read this, I was like, why is this a blue spell?
It is weird.
It is a very weird blue thing. Fate, like, is it looting? Looting is technically draw, discard.
Yeah.
So looting is blue because rummaging
is red. Discard and draw.
Yeah, because you have to get rid of it first. So I mean, it is blue, but the add blue at the end feels like a cop out.
I don't know what.
It feels like such a cop out. So because you get this after your draw step, so untap, upkeep, draw. So in main phase, you do get blue. So I guess it's not horrible. It's It's Ram
On
turn
turn
7.
7?
Guys, do not be impressed by Blue's ramp. Please don't. It makes up for it in card draw by far.
Nah, we have the ultimate, the strongest ramp spell you've ever seen.
Here it comes.
Urza, Lord High Artificer. 2 colorless and 2 blue for the legendary man himself. 1/4 when Urza High Artificer enters the battlefield. Create a 0/0 colorless construct artifact creature with this creature gets +1/+1 for each artifact you control.
Wait, for each what?
Artifact you control.
That's right.
Then tap a untapped artifact you control. Add blue. Then for 5 mana, shuffle your library. Exile the top card of your library. Until the end of your turn, you may play that card without paying its mana cost.
I had to let him breathe after that. That was incredible. This is Urza, the Lord High Artificer. And if you don't know, he's a combo monster.
If your friend has this card as his commander, you probably hate him.
Yep.
You probably kicked him in the shin quite a few times
If you
on
did-
accident.
On accident. Yep. You sharpened every edge on your end table. Just so when he came over, you could spook him with that air horn inside the couch cushion. Hey, yeah, let's sit down for... yeah, that was all for Urza. Urza, the tap an artifact, gain a blue. What in the intruder alarm shenanigans is this about to be?
What in the infinite mana sink, play my entire deck,
Thopter assembly line.
beat you in the face, take extra turns,
Artifacts matters.
slap your grandma after she slipped in the tub.
Nana, no.
He does everything.
He does. He is, in my opinion, one of the highest value mono blue cards I know of. He is one of them. He's up there, top
Disgusting.
tier. Yeah,
Disgusting.
absolutely disgusting. He is. It's the fact that there's no tap and it's just 5 colorless. Like, that's kind of pricey, you would say, to someone who had never played blue.
A draw go blue deck.
Or a draw go blue
hey,
artifact matter.
hey guys, I'm just gonna play a land and pass the turn.
Why are you staring at me?
How much is that spell that you're about to cast? Oh yeah, it's about 6 mana. Well, I'm gonna play. I'm gonna rewind.
You're gonna play. I don't like this. When you play that forward, it's gonna be like Harold.
So rewind, 2 colorless, blue, counter target spell, untap, up to 4 lands.
Beautiful, incredible.
It's like a free counter spell.
Yep, this is a It's like a free.
And that's essentially like ramp.
Yep.
If you have like a land that taps for 2.
Guys, we are having to give you every type of card advantage that is technically mana based that we can. Rewind is a great example because you're like, 4 mana. Yeah, you had to leave 4 mana open. You're a mono blue deck. If you aren't leaving mana open, why are you playing a mono blue deck?
I like to play all of my artifacts to leave no mana open.
But what if they, were mad that you hit them with a rewind? So they're like, I'm gonna counterspell you.
I would unwind.
Then you hit him with the unwind. 2 colorless and a blue. Counter target non-creature spell. Untap up to 3 lands.
Give me my mana back.
You haven't spent nothing. And now look at them. thumb in their mouth.
Looking stupid.
I just wanted to cast the Llanowar elf.
Looking stupid.
That's right. And then your Baral chief of compliance is like, let me draw some cards.
And then they tried to play an even bigger spell.
Ooh.
It was an Eldrazi, and you were offended. It was colorless, and you didn't cast it, so you mana drained his ass.
Dun, dun, dun. Arguably one of the best counter spells. Top five.
Free.
There's a free one.
Free.
Yep, there's a free one.
Free.
Yep, there's a free one.
1 mana. Nope.
Oh, you're right. It's not top 5.
It's not top
It's not
five.
5.
That's how good counter spells are.
Yeah, that's so true. It used to not be that way. Counterspell used to be.
Hey, that's a budget champ right there.
It is.
Blue.
Two blue, not for you.
Stop.
Yeah, he's got a gun. I'm sorry.
Call an ambulance, but not for me.
Not for me. Yeah, it's exactly what it is. This is the classic bait and switch.
Yeah, and then you spend all that mana on Urza.
That's right. If you don't know what mana drain is, this impeccable counter spell, blue instant counter target spell, period. It's already good. At the beginning of your next main phase, add an amount of colorless equal to that spell's converted mana cost. You said Debo counter spell. That mana? No, that's not your mana. That's my mana.
My grandmama bought me that chain.
It's my mana now. No, that's mana drain. That's my mana now.
Give me that.
Mm-hmm. As you can see, blue makes you. Remember how we said green makes you work for card draw? Blue makes you work for mana.
Oh my goodness, you gonna work.
Yeah, you gotta work for it. It's got some shenanigans. So we have some categories here for you. We've been talking about one right now, and that's the fake mana, which is untapping.
Sort of.
It's
what are we doing here? Fate Stitcher.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, 3 colorless and a blue. Zombie. Ooh, zombie.
Oh.
Wizard.
Oh, there it is.
Wizard. 1, 2. You may tap or untap another target permanent. Bruh, this is Arbor Elf.
It is. It's a 4-drop. Oh, man.
Yeah, but Arbor Elf is restricted. You can only untap 4s. They can untap anything.
It can also tap things, too. Beautiful.
At the beginning of your upkeep, I'm going to tap one of your lands.
How dare you?
I just de-ramped you.
But the land I put burgeoning on, burgubbing.
It can also come out of the graveyard for its unearth cost for blue.
Hey, built-in recursion. You know, it's just I would only have spent 5 mana.
Not if you pitched it to your Dreamskate artists.
That's right. That's how you keep them relevant. All right?
Let's get through the bad ones. Kelpie Guide, same card, but it's got an additional effect. You can tap target permanent, activate only if you control 8 or more lands. Bruh.
Look at that. It's a Fate Stitcher with more restrictions.
Bruh, but it costs less.
1 colorless. Yo, hit the air horns.
And
then on the last one, on the creature side, we got Peregrine Drake.
Oh, the combo killer, budget friendly.
Yeah, 4 colorless blue 2/3 Drake. Just hold on. For flying when it enters the battlefield, untap 5 lands. It specifically says ETB. It's the only reason this thing is worth anything. Because if you blink it 1 time, it has paid for itself and more.
And then you have a unicorn.
Yep.
And they keep blinking it.
Put it to your hand. I need 5 mana. Put it to your hand. I need 5 mana. Put it to the.
It don't put it to your head to get blinked.
Oh, you're right.
Blink.
It just goes.
And then you keep on making mana, and then you cast Urza.
That's right.
Lord High Artificer.
That's right.
Winner of the Brothers' War.
Oh, without a doubt.
All right, let's get to Teferi, the lesser blue mage, taught by Urza, diversity hire.
Did not just call Teferi a diversity hire. Listen, Teferi, this is a very, very forward workplace, okay? Okay. Keep the time magic at home, okay? I need you to be on time, not fixed time, okay?
Exactly.
We're inclusive.
The CP time's not going to work here, Teferi. You actually have to show up.
Yep. We got Teferi, the temporal archmage. How he looking?
You look sort of bald in here, but he's not bald.
He got just enough light. That's what it is. He got just enough light to where you might...
You'd be like,
4 colorless blue planeswalker. Comes in with 5 counters. +1. Look at the top 2 cards of your library. Put 1 into your hand, the other on the bottom. Ooh. -1. Untap up to 4 permanents. That is beautiful. -10. Wait a minute. You get an emblem with, you may activate loyalty abilities of planeswalkers you control over any player's turn anytime you could cast an instant. What's that? I can use Teferi whenever?
I can use Teferi to recast my Teferi and then untap my stuff.
Only for 6 mana.
And it could be your commander.
It can. This is before they were like, wait, legendary.
Wait, I play Historic Brawl.
Historic Brawl CDH.
Any commander can, any planeswalker can be my commander in Historic Brawl, the sort of commander format that's 1v1.
That's right. That's right.
Tired of commander damage.
So as you can see, we've gone over reducers. We've gone over...
Oh, hold up. It's time for dramatic reversal. 1 mana
and a blue.
1 colorless and a blue. For an instant, untap all non-land permanents you control. This would go really good on like a scepter.
Oh man, I forgot.
That's a permanent. And with this and enough mana rocks, you could untap it and then activate this ability again and then untap it and then activate this ability again.
Are we making infinites all over it?
Wait,
all
is
over
this for
all
Urza
over,
again?
all over, all over,
Urza.
all over.
Lord High Artificer.
Yep. It is. It's all for Urza, guys. Just remember, it's all for
If
Urza.
you're playing blue and not playing Urza, I don't know what you're doing.
And if you're not untapping, tapping, or counterspelling, leaving blue mana open and wishing you could ramp like your green friend,
Play Simic.
I know. As soon as you splash green into this, this whole thing changes.
Use poop.
Oh, all over your friends.
Okay. Can we get to some weird cards? Wait,
Oh,
why
yeah.
is dramatic reversal here in weird cards?
Because it's a duplicate.
Let's get in probably to the best blue ramp card of the bunch.
Is it water that hung out with Snoop Dogg?
It's High Tide. 1 blue mana for an instant until the end of your turn. Whenever a player taps an island for mana, that player adds an additional mana. This is so grand.
It's beautiful.
This is so strong that it ramps everybody. Green could
Everyone.
never do this.
Wait. Don't say
Shut
it.
up.
Don't say it too loud.
Shut up.
He'll come. The green players. No, High Tide is great. I feel like this is slept on. I feel like it's a very slept on card.
It's not. He just didn't know about it.
I did not. I don't play blue that often.
I have casted this like 3 times in one turn. It's funny. It's even funnier when you copy it. It's funny.
Because it stacks. Yeah, because they're 2 separate instances. So you tap that land, and then the first high tide's like, hi. And then the second one's, hi. And you just keep one island taps for 8. What if you could do this?
Global warming.
What if you could do this exact thing with a creature?
Wait, is that a weird fish, human, boar, demon, dragon, cat?
Especially if it's the box top edition. You have Orvar, the all form, aka he don't know what it is.
I don't know what type of meat that is. It's his bug meat.
He got suction cups. You see? You can't have suction cups and deer horns, okay? For a 3 colorless blue changeling, we got that. You didn't need to tell us. 3/3, whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, if it targets 1 or more permanents you control, create a token that's a copy of those. Epic. Whenever a spell or ability an opponent controls causes you to discard a card, create a token that's a copy of the target permanent.
That second line of text has never happened.
It's
you know what you do with this? You target your lands to make more lands. You keep buybacking that spell to make more lands.
I hate you.
So you can cast Urza. Urza, Lord High Artificer.
This episode is sponsored by
Urza, Lord High Artificer.
We're gonna get like tiny metal plushy versions of him. Just pass him out. Ugh.
Maybe he should be our logo. He's just destroying Dominaria because him and his brother couldn't share a yogurt cup.
As soon as you go to sleep, I'm punching your drumstick. Oh my goodness. We got another weird one. It's like High Tide, but not nearly as powerful. It's Energy Tap. For a blue as a sorcery, tap target creature you control, add an amount of colorless mana equal to that creature's casting cost to your mana pool. It's not bad.
That's pretty good.
Again, I feel like people don't know about it, or
I didn't know about this card until I went searching in the depths of the despair pit that Urza created after he got into a tiffy with his brother. And I saw a little bit of energy there that was tapped. And I was like, that's pretty good. That's pretty. If you already have like a big
creature,
I wonder what color would have like a giant, enormous dinosaur or worm thing,
It'd be a shame if you could also, complement this other draw and ramp engine with draw and ramp and big creatures.
Make a whole bunch of colorless mana that you could.
What color would that be? It almost would be like
white.
No, it wouldn't be white. That's
red,
racist.
Red?
No, it's not. It's not red. Blue red doesn't feel big.
Black.
Demir stabs you in the back, but he's a sneaky boy. He's not a big boy.
I don't know colors that would. Colorless.
Eldrazi.
Yeah,
Eldrazi. That's what it is.
Play all your mana rocks.
Well, yeah, you should play all your mana rocks, and then you should totally build a Simic deck that runs Eldrazi.
Shut up.
Guys, these lists are, this is not best in slot. These are the best of the worst.
In blue.
In blue, specifically blue. Poor blue. We'll be talking, we'll give you a sneak peek.
Wait, there's a guy over there just staring at me in jail, but he's ripping apart this boat.
Oh no.
I think he's a fish person.
Oh no. Guys, we want you to please stand and remove your hats for the Magic the Gathering banned list. It's Hole Breacher.
He got banned.
Oh, he was so good.
Probably the best blue ramp thing that you could ever do.
Ever. Incredible. If you don't know, which you might not because it's banned, so truly you might not know about this card. 2 colorless and a blue for a merfolk pirate. Look at him, little shark boy. 3/2 with flash. We're already off to a great start. If an opponent would draw a card except the first one, they draw in each of their draw steps. Instead, you create a treasure token. I'm going to repeat that last part. I'm going to put it in layman's terms. If your opponent draws 2 cards, no, he gets to draw the 1 card for turn, and then you make a treasure token.
Well, if he did that on not his
Draw
step, nah, you don't get that, fam. So if hypothetically, there was like multiple blue cards.
Oh, yeah.
That
many.
Certain red cards. Black cards that, put every card in your hand into the graveyard.
Wait.
Right. And then everybody gets to draw cards equal to the greatest value that was discarded this way. You would make like billion treasures.
Yep. And they would get nothing.
That's why it's better than Smothering Tide. Smothering Tide's a white card. White card doesn't get to steal from you, but blue does.
Oh, man. Like, it's like at first it's like, oh, it can't be that bad. Yeah, I know. Like Wheel of Fortune, Wheel of Misfortune, Maggots of the Wheel, Dark Deal, Windfall. We can keep going. That's the worst part. There's more. And you play any of those with the Hole Breacher out, and it's like, hey guys, discard your hands, draw 1 card, and then I get treasure tokens. Oh. Nice. You have 1 card in hand.
You don't get no card because this is not the card you would draw for turn during your draw step.
Oh man, it even specifies draw step. Man, you do get nothing. This is one of the rare times to where I will say I understand why it's banned.
Nope, shouldn't be banned. Free the fish person.
Free my boy Hole Breacher.
He spent $60.
I was trying to be a good brother. Instead of being a vicious scumbag, I was trying to be an honorable brother.
Like Urza, Lord High Artificer.
Yo, ULHA, that's my boy. I was trying to be a good brother, and I bought my brother and myself a Hole Breacher. One for his pirate-themed deck, and one, Admiral Bracket Bass, and one for my Nekustar deck. And, well, I went from spending $60 to literally 4 days later, it became a banned card and was selling for like $10.
You can still play it in Legacy?
I will never recover from this. It's the most honorable of honorable mentions. I agree. Free my boy Hole Breacher. Free my boy Primeval Titan. Free both of them.
Nah. Keep Prime. He needs to stay in.
Don't you fuck up my Prime.
He's
not even supposed to be talked about. He's not even blue.
Needs to be in jail. I was there when he was in Standard, and I was playing an innocent mono white human deck, and people were playing Primeval Titan.
Yeah, the powerful Primeval.
My 1-drop gets bigger for the amount of humans that I play throughout the game. I've ramped into Primeval Titan on turn 3, son! Turn 3!
Yeah. It's kind of hard also to be like, he's not that powerful. When you're playing with a Lands Matters deck, and you can go just get lands, and they don't come in tapped. They're any land type. It's on ETB and attack. He's a 6/6. He has trample, if I remember correctly.
You wanna the best part of Primeval Titan? He's green. That means you could do a lot of green stuff to get them out.
Really early.
Sacrifice a green creature, tap a whole bunch of creatures. Let's stop talking about green. This is about blue and how they can't ramp.
Yep. This was the story of the blue boy who wanted to ramp, but sadly didn't build Simic because he was a dumb, stinky poo-poo brain.
If you're playing these blue ramp spells, except for the few ones that are good.
Yeah, there's some good.
You're not going to have a long turn. You're going to have a very short turn.
Unfulfilled turns. You're going to have short turn Shermans.
Short turn Sherman?
It's saved even shorter. Yeah, it's not like you were listening to the Longturnlarry podcast.
Bitches.
We thank you for coming in. Hope to see you on the next. And as always, have yourself some long turns. I'm Vicious Scumbag.
I am your honorable sensei.
We out.
Bitches.